How do sounds tell us about our relationship to the outdoors? How does listening invite us into a deeper relationship with the natural world? Hello, my name is Alex Chen and I am a collaborative pianist, classical singer, and covert zoologist. I'm also the composer of the Citizen Soundscape. The Citizen Soundscape is part of BC Culture Day's Earth Endeavours Ambassador Series. From across the province of BC, BC Culture Days recruited 8 artists to explore art making with the community in a way that relates to nature, humans' relationship with nature, and their relationship to each other. With my project, I sent out a call to action in July where I asked the general public to open their ears and take in the outdoor sounds around them. After that, they were to take out their smartphone or sound recorder and record the sounds that piqued their interest. Perhaps something familiar, something novel, or something surprising. With the call to action, I got a bunch of very exciting clips from across BC, across Canada, and as far abroad as the Czech Republic. And each of those sound clips highlighted something special that people were hearing in their environment. With all of those, I stitched together this Citizen Soundscape. With the Citizen Soundscape, we get a sense of how people are hearing their world around them and what the relationship is between natural sounds, anthropogenic sounds, and when they're in consonance and in conflict. Today is our in-person event at Swan Lake Nature House. It's September 17th, 2022. Let's see what all the fuss is about.
Hi, my name is Julia Dawson. I am the community coordinator at Swan Lake Christmas Hill Nature Sanctuary. The Nature Sanctuary has been around for 47 years and we work to conserve the unique ecosystems that you find on our space, from Gary Oak meadow ecosystems to a riparian wetlands ecosystem. It's a very unique space and it's home to many different kinds of animals and plants and many at-risk species as well, which we are trying to protect.
At our in-person event, we offered participants new ways to listen to their surroundings. Visitors could take a sound walk, going to different spots at Swan Lake to take in and reflect on the natural soundscapes.
So I don't know what they were, but whenever that sort of came out in the general background texture, it was sort of special.
They could also make art in response to the sounds around them, guided by Maddie Holler.
Hi, my name is Maddie and I am a community educator here at Swan Lake Christmas Hill Nature Sanctuary. So it's my job to educate the community as well as learn alongside the community, which is a super lovely aspect of my job. Recently we've started doing wellness programs and one of our topics for our wellness program is sound, and we've been drawing sound maps and making soundscapes. So drawing ourselves in relation to the sounds that we're hearing spatially. It's a really awesome program and I was really excited to run it today alongside the Citizen Soundscape that's happening here today. It's been really cool to pay more attention to sound for myself as well as help the community step into these soundscapes. The more you listen, the more you hear. It's really exciting working with sound here at Swan Lake. Some days there's lots of anthropogenic sounds going on that are kind of distracting, and some days those anthropogenic sounds are much more toned down and the natural sounds really come out. So it's really interesting to be in this urban slash nature oasis and kind of hear the sounds and how they impact us and what they mean to us.
Draw a little word on top of it, so there's sort of like the movement of that, but I couldn't draw words fast enough, and then I did sort of more intensely colored for...
Everyone had the opportunity to take in the Citizen Soundscape inside the beautiful Swan Lake Nature House. Written responses that came along with sound submissions to the Citizen Soundscape gave people an extra perspective on why the sounds in the project were special to each contributor.
The Citizen Soundscape event that is happening at the Nature Sanctuary is just a wonderful way for the community to immerse themselves in nature in a unique way that we don't always think about. So taking a moment to listen to the sounds that are around you, hearing the birds, hearing the airplane, and hearing hammering in the background, is just something. And there's a hummingbird, and there's something that you don't always expect to see, and it's delightful to have a different way of interacting with nature.
Hi, my name is Hildegard Westerkamp. I'm a composer, and I mostly concentrate on composing with environmental sounds and do the field recordings myself and create compositions from that. And when I was approached by Alex to be his mentor, I was very happy to accept that because he was dealing with field recordings, collecting field recordings from different people, and putting that together for this absolutely gorgeous Swan Lake Nature House here. And I must say it's been a pleasure to work with Alex. He has a lot of initiative himself, and this was the first time he's worked on environmental sounds compositionally. And I'm very pleased with the results and hoping that people will really begin to pay attention to what kind of soundscape we're living in. The main interest that I have in this kind of work is to make people aware of the quality of our sound environment and also the quality of our listening. Are we actually listening to the sounds that nature creates, the sounds that we ourselves create, and what is our relationship to our environment from that perspective? Are we gentle and careful with the environment, or are we brutalizing it with too much noise? Those are all the questions that I'm concerned with. And so Alex was touching on some of those things in his piece, and I feel had a lovely sort of pacing in terms of natural soundscapes, noisy soundscapes, recordings that people had sent to him, and either of what they liked or what struck them particularly in the soundscape. And I'm hoping that the visitors to this installation and to this very beautiful environment here at Swan Lake Nature House and at the park, that people will become a little bit more aware of the sound environment around them and begin to think about what is the quality of our sound environment? What are we doing to it? Are we attending to the natural soundscapes, and do we really know even the natural sounds? And what are we doing with our own sound making and noise making to nature? It's a very important question right now, especially in the context of climate crisis. And so I'm hoping that people will really begin to listen up and lend an ear to the sound environment in a kind of compassionate way. And I want to thank Alex and also the Swan Lake Nature House for making this possible.
How did you feel about the Citizen Soundscape today?
I thought it was pretty cool because there's some cool art you can do when you're hearing sounds of certain things around you, like nature, and like water or like leaves blowing.
At Swan Lake, how do you feel about the relationship between the natural sounds and the anthropogenic sounds made by humans?
I mostly like the natural sounds made by nature itself, but I don't know. Sometimes it can be nice having humans. It was really fun being here, and I really enjoyed making some of the art on the table over there. And so I think the soundscapes is a very good idea, and a lot of more people should come.
What are your thoughts about the Citizen Soundscape?
I actually have many thoughts. I mean, it's pretty brilliant. I mean, as a project, it's really cool. I'll say like the activity is really cool because it's so accessible for everyone. I really like that. I think it's so great for everyone to kind of experience, come in, drop in, do some art, experience sounds, and the like. So, yeah, I'm really interested in like how we're not actually able to be still in the stillness. I'm really interested in how sound orients us to like certain places and spaces and objects around us, or not even around us. Like it's a cool thing about the Citizen Soundscape. We're constantly being oriented to different places, different spaces, different objects. As it plays, yet we're in a different place. But I'm also interested in how we orient ourselves constantly to sounds, in the sense that like even though we're still, we're listening and being moved by sound in a way. We're always kind of directing our ear or our sort of imagery or imagination to it. So
What are some of your favorite sounds that you heard today, either in the Citizen Soundscape or the natural soundscape of Swan Lake?
I've been kind of staying up near the hub here, so I've been mostly hearing human sounds. But I enjoy human sounds. I'm not big on the distinction between like anthropogenic and nature sounds. It's all nature sounds to me.
To those who weren't able to make the in-person event, the Citizen Soundscape will be posted online at alexchenpiano.com. There you'll be able to see people's written responses that came with their sound submissions, as well as photos from today's event. I hope that this micro-documentary and this project on a whole has gotten you interested in taking a deeper listen to your outdoor world, and, there's a lot of magnificent stuff out there. Happy listening.